All right, we got a little different topic today. We're gonna be talking about responsibility, holding yourself accountable. Basically, just talking about blaming others or blaming yourself. Really, just all around, just thinking that there's blame to go around. To be honest, but anyway, we're gonna get to it. Just gonna talk about just really just going over and just responsibility, holding yourself accountable. Uh, I feel like that's one of the biggest reason most people fail in life, because all they do all they do is blame other folks for their problems. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you got a project to work on, and and you got like one person that's been doing the project from top to bottom, start to finish. But you get to presenting, and everybody got their job. Everybody knows their assignment. But the one person that ain't there, that did the project from start to finish, he's at home. He going through a little something at home. He can't make it. And yet, when he comes into class, they like, hey, where was you? Where was you at? That, most people would be like, okay, I understand your situation. But some people might be like, well, shoot, I mean, if it wasn't like that serious. But like I said, he might have said, oh, I just didn't feel like coming in. But because he don't really want to, but they would have been like, oh, you didn't feel like coming in, but I came in to do this project. I came in to do this project and to get 100 on my project. But you just didn't feel like coming in. They not knowing that he got something going on. They didn't know. He probably told the teacher, I got personal reasons. I just don't tell nobody. His mom was probably away at the time. He was trying to figure out what she meant, or something like that. Or he was going through some type of, something probably happened, an emergency, He probably just didn't feel like telling people about his problems. But yet, the person that got mad at him was just irritated because he said he didn't feel like showing up. Now, I'm not saying it's a reasonable excuse, but the guy had problems. The guy had problems. This person had problems. This person had problems at home. And only thing the dude can think about is what I'm gonna do about this situation at home. The other person, you know what he's thinking about? Why I didn't get an A on this project because you wasn't here. And you didn't let nobody know that you wasn't gonna show up. That's how it works. Blaming. He wanted 100 on his project. And because the other guy didn't show up, guess what? He didn't get 100 on his project. He didn't get 100. He didn't get 100. The other guy didn't show up. Didn't give him no details on what to say or really do. Simple as that. You gotta really take into effect, everybody got their own problems, man. Sometimes it be serious, sometimes it don't really be that serious, but everybody got their own problems. It's really important to really take into consideration that other folks are going through stuff too. But it's important to hold yourself accountable for sometimes when it don't go your way. For sometimes when it's just not your day. You just didn't feel like doing it. You just didn't feel like putting in that work. Sometimes you gotta hold yourself accountable. I like to think that I hold myself accountable sometimes. Like, I was in the gym, pushing myself a little too hard, I think. But I was in the gym. I had to hold myself accountable to get them reps in. I had to hold myself accountable. Nobody finna do it for me. I'm my own person. At the end of the day, I'm my own person. I gotta hold myself accountable. I gotta put responsibility that I'm gonna get this done. I'm gonna get this last rep in. I'm gonna do these 15 reps. I had to set a responsibility for myself to get them reps in. And I'm not gonna sit up here and blame another person because I couldn't get those reps in. I'm not gonna sit there and blame the person that was lifting the weights too loud. I'm not gonna blame the girl that was sitting there and she was drinking water. I can't blame other folks for that. I gotta take accountability for myself and my own actions. You see what I'm saying? It's just, nobody likes to really take accountability. Nobody like taking accountability for your actions. It is one of life's biggest killers because everybody wants to blame somebody when something go wrong. The stove too high. You put the stove too high. It's like, the stove too high. Wait a minute. I thought I put it at a certain temperature. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. I gotta hold myself accountable for that mistake. That's my responsibility to turn that stove down. It's a little too hot. Gotta turn it down. Really, just, you gotta look at life, man, and really appreciate